Hello guys, this is Raju and today I'm taking a demo of Docker Swarm. So it's the latest version that just Docker released. So I am giving demo on Docker 1.12 RC4 Docker Swarm mod. Okay, so let's start. So I'm taking first a little bit about Docker Swarm, and then we will start the demo. So it's just you can find this document into the Docker website also. Docker document already have those document. I'm just giving starting that's for the demo. I'm just giving some idea about the Docker Swarm mode, the cluster management and orchestration feature embedded into the Docker engine itself, with the Swarm kit and Docker engine particularly in the cluster are running into the Docker Swarm mode, and you can enable Swarm mode with the for the engine by either initializing or joining the node. So it just you can use the Docker Swarm into the Docker engine itself. They included into the Docker engine into the 1.12 version. And what is Swarm? So Swarm is a cluster of Docker engine host, so where you can deploy your services containers. So it's like a cluster of the container, we can say like that. So let's prerequisite for demo. So we need 3 VM which should be reachable each other, and all the VM should have Docker engine 1.12 or later. And you can find the installation guide into the Docker GitHub installation guide, and we need to open 3 of port 2377 TCP for the Swarm cluster management, 7946 to communicate between the nodes, and 4789 it's for Orlin network traffic. Okay, so some basic commands which we will use here. So like Swarm to initialize the manager, so it's a Docker Swarm init, and to join another node to the cluster, and how to create the service, and how to inspect the service, and how to check the service in in which node this service is running, and to scale the service we can scale also, how to delete the service and list out the service, and how can you upgrade the service. Like I have my application version is 1.2, I want to upgrade with the 2.0. We can simply upgrade this service, we don't need to go into the instance and update the service. We can just run a one command into the Swarm cluster and it will update the service. So sometime we need a maintenance for the node, so we can maintain this like this. So just we will put a drawn one node, and cluster will maintain those service into the other node, and one node will be there drawn, and then you can remove that node and you can assign a new node. So let's start for the demo. So let's take a first how to initialize the Docker Swarm. So it's like we can initialize with the init hyphen listen port. So it's like by default, and by default it will take only 0.0.0, but you can assign to manager IP also, but I'm taking by default one. So it initialized, so he gave some it gave the how to join the worker node to this cluster. He gave that command, we will take as it is. So in this how it is doing, he need a one secret word to identify that node, to identify that authentication, and one CA hash. So let's run it in other nodes. So there is some issue, let's first leave it and then run again. Same I think we have to do here also. Yeah, so now every node into that cluster we can see with the ls, so it's in the cluster. That's great. So every node into the cluster, we can see that worker 2 and manager and worker 1. Manager is our leader. Now we can create the service also. So let's create the service. Hyphen name nginx -p. I'm opening the 80 port, and we can replicate with the 1 right now. Then next we will change it. So it's I'm taking the version 1.1. so it create the service. We can ls like that service, and we can check that service in which node it is running. It is running into the same node. Even we can inspect this service also, nginx. So it will give some information about the service. We can run -pretty. So it will give some basic information which is useful, like it's a replicated nginx spread, only one container, one replication is there, and target port and publish port. So it's replicated now. So now you can scale with this service to 3 or some whatever you want. So I am scaling with the right now I am scaling nginx to 3. So let's take task. So it created a 3 container, 2 is in preparing and 1 is in running state. Now check it, let's check it when it will, okay, everything is running container. So 1 in the manager, 1 in the worker, and 1 in the worker 2. So now we can remove this service also. So let's remove it. So now nothing is there into the ls. So everything is removed. So it's like we can remove like that. Let's create one more time. So now I can show you that how to update our service. Service created, and it's in running condition. So now let's take this one. So it's how to upgrade our service into the new version. So let's service update -image to nginx 1.1. I'm upgrading to the 1.1 and nginx server. So let's take, it is running 1.1. now it's preparing and starting and it's running. So we can see that this is the running container. Earlier it was 1.10, now it is 1.1. so our service is updated. So let's how to put a one node into the maintenance. We can see that one also. Update -availability and drawn. So I'm putting worker 1 into the worker 1 into the drawn. So let's check it. Right now it's in nginx in the worker 1. So we put it into the worker. So now it's went to the worker 2. So it automatically it will manage our service, and application will not go down. So this is my first video that I gave you. Hope you like it. You can subscribe my YouTube channel, and this is my website. So this is how Docker Swarm is work. It's now next session I will take about the Docker discovery, service discovery, and microservice part. Thank you.